Okay, I'm back. That was crazy. I know what I did, but that was my fault. So now I have to start over. Hey there, it is Vanessa Kinsey. I am a business and life management coach, passionate about efficiency, simplicity, and helping you find solutions to the obstacles that are standing between you and the life that you want to live. And this is episode 3 of Adventures in Happiness, shooting for the second time now because I am so technologically challenged. But this show, Adventures in Happiness, is all about introducing you to the people, places, and things who inspire me. And today I'm still working out the bugs. As you can see from me having to stop and start this again, I cannot believe I'm having these problems, but I've got to read off my cards today. Otherwise, this is going to be a disaster. I've got to really get used to doing this technology and talking at the same time, which I'm getting too distracted. So for this episode, I wanted to introduce you to the things that are making me really happy. What I've realized is, I'm so good I have a lot of responsibilities in my life. I have all of these people that I'm required to keep happy. And I'm really starting to set the conscious intention of making myself happy first. That is really what I'm going for. And I know that is really hard for us to wrap our minds around as women, that we're putting ourselves at the top of our list, but that's really what I'm trying to do. And so I just was thinking, these are the things. We are just now going into the 3rd week back to school. My life is very hectic, and I have a lot of responsibilities, and I have to be very dialed in on my schedule to allow me to do all of the things that I want to do. And so Sunday is the start of my week. I really start getting ready for mapping out my next week starting today. And here comes my dogs. I was trying to get that taken care of before I got to this point. They're totally waiting outside the door for me. Anyway, so I wanted to just show you a few of the things that are adding happiness to my life this week. And I wanted to, first of all, let me see who's here with us. I have, Beth, hi. I love that I can share these comments up on the screen. This is another thing. I got my auntie here. Hi, I got my auntie here. I got Camille here. Hello. I love that I can see the comments. Anyway, so yesterday, Brandon and I, for 2018, made the decision that I was going to, at the end of December, really going to just start offloading, leveling up my life, finally addressing some of the things that we needed to change, for starting with me, first of all, and now spilling over into the other things that we needed to change in our life. And so yesterday, I'm married. I've been married. It'll be 18 years next month that Brandon and I have been together. And it's funny because the two of us are very different. I'm Aquarius and he's a Cancer, and I love change and he really doesn't. And so, which is what I always joke around. I'm like, well, he'll never trade me in for a younger model because he doesn't like change. But anyways, he finally made the decision that he was going to get a new truck, a new work truck. And we went over yesterday. He had been looking at some trucks, and he went over yesterday. And I am so happy with, and I'm trying, just looking at my photos because I'm going to add this here. I am going to show you the new truck that he got yesterday. And I'm so happy for him because, this is just one of the things that I think about when, you're trying to get your life in order. This particular situation with his truck was just one of those things that I was the truck that he had, I was waiting. I was just constantly waiting for something to go wrong with it. And every time, the truck that he had was really old. And so anytime anything would happen to it, it was really expensive. And so he had been looking at some trucks. This is not the truck that he went to get, but this is the truck that I liked, and it is making me so happy. So that was the first thing that we did yesterday, is level up as far as that goes. I feel like that's just one thing that we can cross off the list. He uses his truck for work, and that was just something that was just hanging over our heads. He wanted to do this for or knew he needed to do this for a while. He didn't really want to until last week. He made the decision that he was going to do that. But that is just such a huge weight lifted off of our shoulders. And it was actually a great experience of buying the car. So it's a used car, but it was actually a really good experience. And so the other thing, and it's funny because I did that post on technology last week, and I mean, this is just hilarious. Like, I am the least technical person there is. I just don't. My brother is very naturally technologically savvy. My little boy Curran has his own YouTube channel. He just picks things up. He knew how to use my iPhone and fix it for me. He was like 4 years old. So I just have, I'm just working through some things. And it's funny because, I'm the one that did this last week. I did that whole video last week, and I shot that whole thing on private, so no one could even see it. And it cracks me up that every time I go and do this, and really, I'm trying to get to the point where I can interview people. That's really what I want to do. I had a great interview with Beth. I think Beth is still here. That was so much fun, but I wasn't using this program. And for whatever reason, this program is causing me, it's easy. It really is, now that I'm getting the hang of it. But for some reason, it gives me a lot of anxiety when I go on here live and I have like what I feel is all of these balls in the air until I kind of get in the groove of things right now. Hi, Kim. I love that I can show my girlfriends here that are here with me, supporting me, and also, other girls that do live video here. So the first one was Brandon's truck. I wanted to show you that. That's our truck, leveling up. And then the second one, okay. So the second thing that has just made me so happy this week, and I just got this yesterday or Friday at Trader Joe's, is this hair mask from Trader Joe's. I can't remember. I think it was like, you can't see it. There we go. This hair mask from Trader Joe's is shea butter and coconut oil, and it smells so good. And it was one of those things, I'd seen it there, it caught my eye because of what it said in this really great packaging. I'd never seen it there before. It was one of those things, could I talk myself out of it? Do I really need that? Blah, blah. But my hair is really thick and curly, and it can be, it's bugging me. The bottom line is my hair is driving me crazy right now. I get it cut next Friday. And so I was thinking, I don't know, maybe this will help. And I did it yesterday. I used it as a conditioner. I didn't follow the directions the way it says on the thing to do it for like 4 minutes. But for me, if my hair is not right, I am like not right. I am not right if my hair is not right. I am just like completely off when my hair isn't right. And so when I did this, it made it shiny, but it didn't make it too like, a lot of times if I do a hair mask, it makes it, oh my gosh, I'm going to talk about that too, Camille. A lot of times if I do a hair mask, it makes my hair like too limp or something. And by the way, if you have really like thin, fine hair, I don't know if you would like this, but for me, because my hair is like, as somebody said before, my hair has to be like bossed around. It is really nice to just, I feel like it's given it some moisture, and I'll probably do it like once a week. And for me, this tube will last me for, I don't know, probably easily 6 months. So that's number 2, the second thing that's making me happy this week. The third thing, hilarious, is because I'm, so much into technology right now. I'm so much into making technology work for me, basically, is this calendar app that I just started using. I keep talking about the fact that I bought this, that I've started using a MacBook Pro, and I love the integration of being able to use my calendar with my phone and then integrate it onto my MacBook. And what I really, really like, and some people have heard me talk about this before, one of my very first videos that I did on my business page was about calendaring. I'm also a person that believes in paper calendars, but I don't use them the same way that people use calendars. I don't, I'll do a whole I need to do a whole show just on calendars, because for me, really optimizing my time is really very important. And what I love about this calendar app, this Gmail calendar app, is that you can color code the events. So whatever you have, you can color code I have classes that I do, I have schoolwork that I do, I have these live broadcasts that I do, I have, phone appointments and lunches with friends, like we had lunch with my dad and my brother earlier today. And I love that you can color code things, so it's very easy when, when you're looking at it, it kind of pops out at you at what's on your agenda. So that's one of the things that I'm really liking this week. But because I'm so technology challenged, there's some things that I'm sure it probably does that I haven't figured out yet. But for this week, that has been really cool. And I'm gonna integrate that with the way that I use a paper calendar. But I don't use a paper calendar every single day. In fact, now that I'm in this point where I'm really working on refining my schedule and refining my systems, this is the time of year that I really kind of dial in on that. I have some goals that I want to finish by the end of the year, and I just don't have a lot of extra time. So these things that I'm doing, I'm really a big believer in discipline sets you free. That's just really what I feel like. I like to know that, I'm also the kind of person that, I used to say, and I solved this on my last vacation, but I used to be the kind of person that I just used to say, I don't like vacations. And it was because, I almost feel like people will say, how do you do everything that you do? And I almost feel like having a job and having all these outside obligations that I need to do right now makes me use my time better. And, so I know that the time that I have to make really good use of the time the free time that I do have. And I'm also really trying to dial in on working that time around when my brain, and it also goes back to doing what makes me happy first. One of the things that I do, my life is so busy. There's so much going on. My job requires a lot of brain cells most days. Not every day is like that, but most days. And sometimes, a lot of times when I get home at night, I just don't even have the brain power to do any of these other things that are really, really important to me, that make me really, really happy. And so I'm trying to really just dial in and zone in on the things on my calendar and on my time. Time is the one thing, we all have the same amount of it, but we need, if you really want to accomplish things in your life, you really have to make the best use of your time. And I also want to build into my schedule time for me to do to other things, so I'm not working all the time. And that's just a person, I've always been that way. I've always, I love working. I love doing this. I love working. I love using my brain, but I'm also, understanding that I have to have that time to kind of step away from things, to have that space within myself, just to be able to just clear my mind and think, so I can allow things to come to me instead of trying to figure everything out. So that's number 3, was that calendar app. Number 4, this is what I'm all about, is what I eat is very, very important to me. I consider my life it sounds like my dogs are here, but they're not. I consider my life like a high endurance sport. So I really treat myself and what I do like I'm an athlete. And because I have to be able to perform at the level that I'm performing, I really have to be I have to be eating right, for sure, no questions asked. And I have to be working out. I have to be going to the gym. I have to be doing my workouts. I do a boot camp class. It's the gym, but it's not like the gym, like 24-hour fitness or something. So anyway, what I'm hooked on this week, actually, I get hooked on these things. You do that where you get hooked and you eat the same thing over and over. Well, that's what I do. And I found this great combo of what I'm doing now is, and of course it's from Trader Joe's, because that's the only store that I shop at. So I was telling somebody today, once Trader Joe's has the online option of me being able to have the goods shipped to my house, I'm never going to go shopping, because I really do all my shopping at Trader Joe's. So this is basically the lunch that I'm eating this week. And I love this salad. It is the Southwestern chopped salad from Trader Joe's. I love chopped salads. I love that it's got radishes in it. It's super crunchy. It's cut up just perfectly. It does come with salad dressing and like, you know, all those other like things. There's like chips and almonds, cut up almonds. There's some cotija cheese that I don't really care for, so I just toss that. I don't eat that. But basically, I do the chopped salad. I eat, on most days, I eat that whole bag of chopped salad. And I put it in, you know, a big bowl. I cut up some chives. I have some sliced almonds, golden raisins, a whole avocado. I'm a plant-based person. I don't typically, at lunch, sometimes I will eat tuna. I'll make a can of tuna. I don't put it in this particular salad, but I'll eat that at some point between like noon. Well, I usually eat around noon. I do intermittent fasting too. So my first meal isn't until noon. I'm really not hungry usually until 11 or 12. And then sometime between after I eat this, which is super filling. And I want to show you my bagel seasoning because my friend Camille, I had given her this bagel seasoning that someone got me addicted to from Trader Joe's. It's called Everything But the Bagel. And I put it on everything. I put it on my salads. Oh, so I'll show you this, the finished product of my salad this is what it looks like when it's done. And so it's a pretty big salad that I end up having for lunch, and it takes me a while to eat it. I eat at my desk and keeps me busy and occupied, and it's really filling. So, and I put a whole avocado on there. I'm really a person, I've been trying to add more fats into my diet, and I can really tell a huge difference in my skin, in my skin elasticity, the moisture in my skin when I'm eating more fat in my diet, and the fat fills me up. So in place of having, you know, if I ate chicken, I mean, you could put some sort of protein on there like that. I just don't. I usually add a little bit of cheese, like mozzarella or something, but I like all different textures in my salad. And I got on a kick, I don't know, about a year ago of eating this golden raisins that I also get at Trader Joe's with the salad, with the sliced almonds that I get from there. They're like, I don't know, they're kind of candied, I guess. They have a little coating on them. And they're just, I love that. I am a total salad addict. I could live on salads. So that's what I eat. And then probably around 3:30 before I go to the gym, I have to have something else. So I'll have like tuna usually. I eat it with mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise. And so that's that. That's my lunch. That's my lunch next week. And it's so easy. Did I say that bag salad from Trader Joe's is only $2.99? And what I love about it, you know, I went through kicks before where I've done, you know, I'd go and buy all the ingredients for the salad, and then I have to spend all the time chopping it. And then by the time, I don't know, it goes bad and I end up throwing it away. And so I find these bag salads sometimes, if I've added some like hard-boiled eggs or something to my salad, sometimes I can even get 2 meals out of that salad bag, out of that bag of salad. So, okay. Yes, it's super cheap, Camille. I have to tell you, that bag salad from Trader Joe's is like the best deal because it's $2.99. And because it's so cheap, I don't feel bad about, like, if I'm eating, like, really, really dialing my diet in, like super clean eating, I don't eat the packet that comes with it, which has like, it has like tortilla chips, and it has like a little bit of almonds, and I think it has pepitas too. But it's all mixed together. And so sometimes when I'm really, really having my eating dialed in, I don't eat the tortillas, but lately I have been. And I also really like the dressing actually that comes with that. It's some kind of avocado something. Typically I take a little container of olive oil with me. I have the salad made and ready for lunch when I go to work in the morning. Sometimes I'll just put olive oil on it. But last week I was using that package in there, and I really liked it. I really, really liked the salad dressing that came with it. So There's a couple other variations of that these bagged salads over at Trader Joe's. Can you hear my husky? I gotta let my dog in. My cutesy dog is gonna break down my door if I don't let her in. Hold on, sorry. Come on, come on, come on. Ruthie, come on. It's a party. It's a party. My dogs are here. Okay. So, all right. So that's my lunch this week. Like I said, I do intermittent fasting, and so I do eat special Wonder Woman coffee. I drink special Wonder Woman coffee in the morning. I need to do I need to show you guys how I do that because I love my coffee in the morning. But that brings me to another thing because it's not quite winter yet, and I am a total iced coffee like fanatic. And so here is another thing that I found at Trader Joe's. Now, most people don't, I don't know, most Trader Joe's don't have the, this, because I've been to the Trader Joe's around the corner from my house, does not have this. But this is so delicious. My very favorite thing, number 5, the thing that's making me so happy right now. Where'd you go? Hello. Can you see me? I can't see you. Oh, there I am. I don't know. See? I don't know. Did the screen just go black? And my husband's calling me. He needs something from me. I got to finish this up. Okay, so let's check this out. This coconut cold brew coffee from Trader Joe's is insane. It is so good. So it's over in the coffee section. It's not refrigerated. It doesn't have to be refrigerated until, so did I ever go off screen? That's so weird. Hold on, I got to answer my husband because he's out shopping for a toolbox for his truck, and he's gonna keep calling me and texting me until I answer him. I'm so specific. Like I told him he needs a toolbox, like one of those big toolboxes that go on trucks. I was so specific because this truck is so beautiful and it's white and black and white, and I was like, no, you need to get a black toolbox. And now he's telling me that he's going to get a chrome toolbox because I'm here. I can't boss him around and tell him what I think he should be doing. Anyway, so I have my coffee right here, and it's really probably not a great idea that I'm drinking this right now. But it's a special occasion. So what I do is with that iced coffee, actually, okay, this is what I do. In the morning, when I get up, I turn on my coffee pot. I have a little coffee pot, and I just make 1 cup of coffee for myself. And then I take my dogs out and get them their dinner and everything, or their breakfast. And then I make them, I make them their breakfast. And then I make my breakfast, which is my Wonder Woman coffee, which is basically, well, I'll do a post on that. I don't want to get into it. But here's what I do, because now school has started, and those of you who know me know my least favorite thing to do in the school year is the drop-off line. The transporting the kids from my house, we leave at 7:40 on the dot. It's like a train schedule. We leave at 7:40. I go to 2 different schools. I pick up a couple different kids. That part actually isn't so bad this year. It's getting all the way from there, then back to my office, which is like major traffic. It takes me, I don't know, sometimes like an hour in my car. And so what I do in order to like treat myself and make myself happy is I make this iced coffee on the way to work in the morning. And I wanted to show you guys, I don't know if you've noticed this, if you have these cups from Starbucks, but they have these lines on them, and they're there for a reason. Like I've never worked at Starbucks, but you know how they measure things? So what I do is there's actually a little line on here if you get this coffee, because this coffee from Trader Joe's, I think it's like $6.99 maybe, and it makes 4 to 12, well, it says 4 12-ounce cups, but I dilute it. I really diluted it today before I made this. Um, my friend's asking me about the Wonder Woman coffee. Well, I will tell you about it before I will tell you about it before we hang up here, but I really want to show it to you the way that I do it. And I think the Wonder Woman coffee is really, it's really part of what I do. I'll get to that. Actually, I wasn't going to talk about that now, but I'm going to, because it's that what I do in the morning is like such a huge part of my day. It really sets me up. But this coffee, what I do is I put a little bit of the concentrate in there. Then I add water up to like this line. And then I add almond milk up to here. And it's the coconut, actually it's coconut milk. It's the one Brandon uses from Trader Joe's, from the refrigerated section. And then I add ice. And then on top of that, I do like a splash of half and half. And it's just, I don't like my coffee sweet. I'm not like a really, that's the thing I don't really like about Starbucks. I can never get a drink that's like not like super bitter, but that tastes like coffee. It's usually just like, it's way too sweet for me. So, so that's what I do. And so this keeps me going all the way to work. And it's like I have my own little party in my car on the way to work. And this just, it makes me so happy. This is one thing that makes me like so happy. So I had to share this with you guys. This is the coconut one. Okay. So it's coconut cold brew coffee concentrate. There's 2 other flavors there. They're bigger jars. And I actually have one of them because they didn't have this at my Trader Joe's, that kind of Trader Joe's in my house. There's one that's like a French roast. And I don't know. It's okay, but I like the coconut. I really like the coconut flavor so much better than, I don't know, I've kind of gotten used to it. So with my Wonder Woman coffee, I'll tell you about this. What I do, and I don't, okay, so this is what I do. I brew my coffee, just 1 cup of regular coffee. And then what else do I do? Oh, I add 2 tablespoons, well, spoonfuls of, in a blender. Okay, so I take my hot coffee and I put it in a regular blender. You cannot use the blender like one of those like blenders that you make the shake in, where you screw on the top and you like turn it upside down. You cannot do that with hot drinks. It will explode. I mean, you'll do it, but I would never do that. So I just use a regular blender and pour my coffee in, put 2 spoons of coconut oil and a little bit of cinnamon, and then I put a splash of half and half. I really like half and half, just the creaminess of it, but I don't use that much. So I make this like basically fat bomb coffee in the morning, and I drink that. So I drink that while I'm getting ready. Again, I love coffee, so that makes me happy. I'm getting ready in the morning and I have my coffee and everything. And actually, I probably can't even finish it. I don't even finish the whole cup of coffee before I leave in the morning. But that's what I do. And so the fat's in that, and I'll do another post, Michelle. You're asking me about which program. Oh, this program. I have another like eating plan program that I'd started doing in December that kind of set the tone for all this other stuff that I'm doing. I don't follow it like completely religiously. I need to get back into it because it expires. My membership program expires in December. So I really want to go through the program entirely. It talks about fasting and things like that. But anyways, okay, so I wanted to leave you guys with 2 calls to action on my agenda, my little call to action thing. So what I first want to know is, what are you doing to make yourself happy? Think about that this week. Is there something that you can do that you can make yourself happy? Because no one is, I mean, if you're not making yourself happy, like no one is going to make you happy, right? That's what I've figured out. I really got to see this with my kids. I was putting so much time and energy into trying to make them happy, and then they weren't happy, and then I was annoyed, and I just realized, you know what? I'm just going to start making myself happy. And it's honestly been, I've really had to set the intention and like pay attention to do that, but it's really fun when you start learning how to make yourself happy. And then the other thing I wanted to, ask you, if you could think about in your own life, is there a way that you can automate and systematize things that you do, like your lunches, have those ready, know what you're going to eat for all 5 days when you go to work, know what you're going to wear to a certain extent. I get my kids prepared ahead of time. I have their clothes all laid out, you know, that's another thing I wanted to show you guys how I did that. I get so dialed in on Sunday to allow me to operate and really optimize my time for the week. So what I do today, really, I'm just setting myself up for success. I'm, like I said earlier, I'm a really big believer in discipline sets you free. So thank you guys for being here today with me live in this very wonky situation. I'm getting used to this technology, and every time I do it, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable. So thank you. Thanks you guys for being here with me live. I'd love to hear about it if you try out any of these things that I shared with you here today. And of course, I would really appreciate it if you found any value in this at all, if you would share this out to your friends. All right. So have a really good week, and I will see you guys next Sunday. Bye.